Hello and welcome to today's maths lesson. We are starting a new topic, fractions as a part of a whole. Today's learning objective is to know what fraction of a shape is shaded. We will do equal parts and not equal parts today. So in here you can see a starter activity, 6 questions. Attempt all of them. Pause this video for about 6 minutes and attempt all the questions. Okay, thank you. Here are the answers. Pause the video for about 2 minutes and mark your work, preferably with green pen if you have one, and write down how many out of 6 you've done right. So this is the content of this topic. So today we are going to do we will learn what fractions of a shape is shaded, equal and not equal parts, and then on the following lessons there will be shading a fraction of the shape, forming equivalent fractions and identifying them, completing missing numbers in equivalent fractions, writing integers as fractions. Integers are, I'll remind you, whole numbers. Then simplifying fractions, expressing one quality as a fraction of another, quantity, and converting between improper fractions and mixed numbers. Altogether, this topic should take us about 7 lessons. So let's begin. So we will start with example 1. What fraction of the shape is shaded? I will do the I do part. Okay, so let's have a look at success criteria. Count all parts of the shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 equal parts, because learning objective is to know what fraction of the shape is shaded when we know that the parts are equal. Okay. So there are 5 equal parts in the shape. I know the answer will be fractions, so I'll put a fraction line. So 5 equal parts goes on the bottom. Now, second success criteria, count all shaded parts of the shape. So 1, 2, 3 of them are shaded. So write fraction and simplify it if you can. So 3 parts of the shape are shaded out of 5. So the fraction that we have is 3 over 5, or 3 out of 5. There is no number except from 1 that goes into 3 and 5, so I cannot simplify this fraction. So now pause this video and attempt we do part. Okay, so there are 4 parts shaded out of 4 equal parts altogether in the shape. So the final answer is 4 out of 4 as a fraction. And because we are clever mathematicians, we know that the whole one shape is shaded. And now example 3. In here we need to notice that we have 4 the same shapes. Yes. So one of them has 3 equal parts. Okay, so that means we are taking out of 3 in one shape. And now we are checking how many of those parts are shaded. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So it's 10 over 3. Okay, now pause the video and attempt we do question. So what you should have is 1 part shaded out of 1. So it's 1 over 1, which is just 1. Okay, let's move on to the next example. So this is the last example. So in here, again, we've got exactly the same parts in we do. So I can count how many of them are shaded. 0. How many are there all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 0 out of 16. So it's 0 over 15 as over 16 as a fraction, which is actually 0. Okay, now stop, pause this video for a moment, and do we do. Okay, so what you should have gotten is 2 parts shaded out of 16 in total, and you can see that 2 goes into both of them, so divide top by 2 is 1, divide bottom by 2, it's 8, so it's 1/8. I've simplified it. So now pause this video for 8 minutes and attempt all questions. And here are the answers. If you've got a green pen, mark it with a green. Pause the video for 2 minutes and mark your answers now. And now pause this video for 6 minutes and attempt the questions in part 2. Remember that we are looking on of number of parts in the one shape, so the denominator for A will be 3. So pause the video now and attempt all 8 questions. And here are the answers. Pause the video for about 2 minutes and mark your work. Okay, thank you. You might have noticed that some of them are not simplified. Like, for example, the last one. If you've simplified it, this is what you should, that's what you should, you would have. Okay. And now we are going to do, to working out what fraction of the shape is shaded when the parts are not equal. Okay, so example 1. I do. So as you can see, part of this shape is shaded, but it's split into 2 unequal parts. So first step is to put the lines in to split it into equal parts. So because this is an easy square, so I will split it like this. And now you can see I split it into equal parts. One part is shaded. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 out of 4 is shaded. Now pause this video and do we do. Okay, so what you should have done is to put this line in here. There are 4 equal parts. One of them is shaded. So 1 shaded out of 4 equal parts. It cannot be simplified. Example 2. Again, we've got unequal parts, so I want to split it in the way so the parts are equal. As you can see, I've done it by just putting one line in this way, in this case. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shaded, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 equal parts in the shape altogether, so the fraction is 4 out of 8. I'm a very clever mathematician, so I've already noticed that 4 goes into 4 and 4 goes into 8. 4 divided by 4 is 1, 8 divided by 4 is 2, so it's the same as 1 over 2. Now, pause this video and attempt we do. Okay, so this one is a little bit more tricky, but we can split it into these equal triangles. So we can see that now we split the whole shape into equal triangles. How many of them are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 are shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 8 shaded out of 18 equal parts. As a clever mathematicians, we can simplify it. So it's 4 out of 9. It can't be simplified any further. And now pause this video 6 minutes and attempt all 9 questions. And in here, we've got the answers. This is what they look like when they are split into equal parts. Okay, so you should have marked if you've got 9 out of 9, well done. If you've completed just 6 questions, but all of them are right, you still got 6 out of 6. It's still a good result. Let's move on. Okay, so in here we've got an extension activity. So answer these 3 questions. What part of the fraction is shaded? So in here you should have a quarter, in here you should have 1 out of 6, and in here you should have 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3/8. So what is an equal part shape? In here at the end we've got self-assessment. What is an equal part shape? So the equal parts shape is the shape that's been split into smaller parts and each of them is equal. Question 2, what is an unequal part shape? So it's a shape that's been split in more than one parts, but those parts are not exactly the same. Explain how you know the denominator for an unequal part shape. This one is a tricky. So we need to put lines to split unequal part shape into equal parts shape and count those parts, and that's how we know the denominator. That's all for today. Thank you very much and looking forward to the next lesson.